The COVID-19 pandemic and the push to virtual learning has highlighted existing inequities in access to technology and connectivity, as well as underlined cybersecurity gaps in education. As a result, educators, educational technology specialists, and policymakers have had to rethink the role of technology in public school districts across the country. A 2019 Pew Research Center survey showed that approximately 63% of rural adults have a home broadband connection compared to 75% of urban and 79% of suburban adults. The Future Ready Schools initiative also reports that nearly 40% of Americans living in rural areas lack high-speed home internet, while 14% do not have a computer at all. When the pandemic ends, what will be the emerging issue being faced by an educational technology coordinator? And what strategies can be implemented to solve this emerging issue? Data on digital disparities reveal nearly 20% of African American children ages 3 to 18 and 21% of families earning less than $40,000 per year have no access to the internet at home. What is this digital divide? The term digital divide was introduced in the mid-1990s and defined as the gap separating those who have access to new forms of information technology from those who do not. This digital divide is a multifaceted phenomenon due to the many dimensions of determinant factors. Recent studies have included socioeconomic, institutional, and psychological factors in order to gain a greater understanding of the digital divide resulting from digital inequity. So what are the strategies? Digital equity has been a concern of educators for some time now, but the topic was mainly examined in the context of traditional in-person learning. How can I, as an EdTech coordinator, help? How is a district reaching students and families without internet access? First of all, providing access to resources, laptops, tablets, hotspots. Provide choices, partners with libraries, community organizations, and local television stations to provide open and accessible materials for learning activities, partnering with shelters and community organizations to ensure needs of homeless students. How is the district supporting English language learners and students with learning disabilities? Virtual tutoring or coaching access in both English and the home language, providing with support networks of home health aides, therapists, and coaches. What professional development training are teachers given to develop appropriate digital learning practices? Provide professional development for teachers via webinars, virtual conferences, and help desk. Districts and schools, they need to provide professional development on best practices for remote learning. This unprecedented era of virtual learning has forced educators and parents to examine other existing needs for equity in education. Those discussions will likely continue beyond the pandemic. Digital equity will continue to be at the forefront in future years, and it is the educational technology coordinators who will lead this drive to digital equity for all.